Our special focus today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Brigham Mumbai Municipal Corporation elections. The BMC elections that are finally now happening will be held on Thursday. The BMC polls are taking place more than 8 years on. 8 years. It is the first since the Shiv Sena split into two factions, one headed by Uddhav Thackeray and the other by Yashwant Shinde. The election also marks the reunion of the Thackeray brothers. Uddhav and Raj Thackeray are in alliance. The political stock exchange, our election tracker, gets into the mood of India's richest civic body and tries to find answers on which side of the political divide do the Mumbaikars stand. To decode the numbers, we will be joined by our panelists, but let me quickly deep dive into our first set of data that is coming in. And the question was, one thing is very clear this time around. The narrative, the poll narrative has been dominated by the Thackerays, the Marathi voters, the Mamu factor, and also can the Mahayuti come back with the same force that it won the state elections in. So look into the latest numbers that are coming in our first set of data. Will coming together of Shiv Sena, which is the UBT faction, Uddhav Thackeray faction, and MNS, Raj Thackeray, the Thackeray brothers, help win over the Marathi voters. Now, we've asked the same questions on two parameters. One, clearly on the basis of the voter divide, which is NDA voters, opposition voters, and those who really don't find allegiance to either of the alliance are fence-sitters. Definitely yes, say 37.3%, which are NDA voters, that yes, the coming together of Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray will help win over the Marathi vote. So 37.3% NDA voters feel this is advantage Thackeray brothers where the Marathi speaking voters are concerned. Opposition whopping 66.2%. Other voters 46.9% feel that this is going to give a boost to the Marathi voters for Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray coming in together. To some extent, NDA voters 11.3%, opposition voters 7.5%, 13.9%. Definitely no is something you need to look at, that it will not give a boost to Marathi voters and their votes if Uddhav and Raj Thackeray come in together. Only 20.6% of NDA's voters feel that this will help Uddhav and Raj Thackeray where it comes down to the Marathi vote, and 12.4% other voters feel, and only 4.5% opposition voters feel. All right, so that's part one of our data analytics in terms of our first set of data, which I said we asked the same question on two parameters. Parameter number two was purely on the basis of what the question is based on. The question, will coming together of Shiv Sena, UBT and MNS help win over Marathi voters? We split the Marathi-speaking voters as well as the Hindi-speaking voters, and let's take a deep dive into that. 54.8% of Marathi voters feel yes, it is advantage Thackeray brothers. 42.1% Hindi voters, Hindi-speaking voters also feel that it is advantage Thackeray brothers, that the Marathi votes could very well go into their kitty. Definitely no is 12.2% and 9.9%. Look at the data. And let's joining us now, we are joined by our panelists, Yashwant Deshmukh, founder C Voter, Sudhir Suryavanshi, senior editor, New Indian Express, also senior journalist and author, Shankar, Iyer, political economist, author and columnist, Amitabh Tiwari, founder VoteWide, someone who's himself carried out an alternative survey. We're going to be speaking with him as well. My colleague Sahil Joshi, senior managing editor, Mumbai Thak, will also be with us shortly. Yashwant Deshmukh, Mr. Deshmukh, let's start with you. C Voter conducted this survey. What do you think before you conducted this survey? There were certain things which have been given. Has anything surprised you without giving away the numbers, Yashwant?
Well, I think before this thing happened, Preeti, in the tracker, it was looking like a one-way traffic going all along in one-sided direction, and they were almost looking like no competition whatsoever. After this one, I believe that at least there is some competition out there. There is some contest out there. You know, it's not going to be one-way traffic as it might be looking like, but still, even after this narrative setting of Marathi versus non-Marathi, Hindu versus Muslim, and South Indian as the third angle, with the indirect comments on Rasmalai and Lungi and everything. I believe that the demography of Mumbai has changed so much and has been evolving so much that I doubt that it will be enough for the brothers, the Thackeray brothers, to get a very clear majority on their own. That is something which I am doubtful. Yes, it will galvanize their core vote for sure, but the core vote itself is not good enough. Just the number, the sheer arithmetic of it probably is not good enough to get the majority as on today. So that's my doubt. Otherwise, yes, that has galvanized, that has put them back into the competition. There is a contest at least now, and yes, there is a fight to the end with their back on the walls. It's fight for survival, and that's what it counts.
All right, so Yashwant Deshmukh, that one-way traffic that Mr. Deshmukh is speaking of, he was speaking of possibly in favor of the Mahayuti. He says it's not really like that. It's a bit of a fight, but still, do the Thackeray brothers actually have that kind of momentum and the strength and the stamina to go the whole hog with just their core vote bank? Shankar, Iyer, would you want to weigh in on that before we take our next set of graphics? Because many would suggest if the Marathi-speaking voter has decided to put its lot with the Thackerays, and if it combines with many in Mumbai who call it the Mamu factor, the Marathi Muslim vote, then it could really be a tough fight for the Mahayuti.
Well, pretty much of this is theory. Really speaking, the turnout in the BMC elections is rather low, and what one must look for in this is that the Thackeray brothers are trying to reinvent the Shiv Sena of 1969, which is why the comments that Raj has made on the combative phase. And, much has happened after that. The demography has changed, the industrialization has changed. Mumbai is no longer an industrial society, it is a services society. So, all of this will play out. I think that in the sense of the demography and the organizational grouping, the NDA has an edge. What the Thackeray brothers coming together will do is to galvanize their own vote bank, plus remind all the South Indians and others as to why they didn't vote for the Shiv Sena for the last 40 years.
All right, fair point. Sudhir Suryavanshi, for somebody who knows Mumbai a little more than most of us sitting here in Delhi, what's your take?
See, Mr. Deshmukh has rightly pointed out, initially it was one-way traffic or one-side, contest, because the Thackeray brothers were lacking in the resources, lacking in the charisma, lacking in energizing their own cadre. But last week, what they did, good job as a politician. They visited their every shaka, which was weakened after the Eknath Shinde's revolt, and boosted the moral of the cadre. Not only cadre, the worker who works at the local level, and they themselves, in person, they connected these people, their own cadre. That is the first thing. Second point, I just want to take further. In this election, BJP and the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde, will do better. But my hunch is that Raj Thackeray and Eknath Shinde, who will do better, who will add the more number. I have seen 2017 election, BJP and the Sena was, as close contest, and the difference was not much more between them. At that time, Raj Thackeray had 7% vote share. Now Shinde has taken away larger share, but the Shinde is more influential, more popular, more accepted in the Thane than the Mumbai. Now it is a test for the Eknath Shinde whether is Shiv Sena is real Shiv Sena in Mumbai, because the Shiv Sena was born in Mumbai. So who take the pie in Mumbai, that is most important. We have to see how much number the Raj Thackeray will add up to the Uddhav Thackeray, and how much Shinde will damage the Marathi voter and add up to the BJP kitty and his own kitty. That will change the arithmetic in the end. And the Raj Thackeray yesterday rally and his speech was everybody appreciated. Even Aditya was not known for the good orator, but his speech was also appreciated by many people. both and uncle and nephew, though speeches are going viral. Maharashtra is famous
Okay.
for uncle and nephew. So we let's see coming 2 days what happened. But I think BJP has losing the narrative. Earlier they said the Hindu will be the Mumbai mayor. Then when the Marathi speech was raised by the Thackeray, then they say Marathi Hindu will be the mayor. So BJP has to change
Okay.
its goalpost regularly.